Yes, guys, welcome back to episode number 2 of the AFK Lobby. Big Mike here, Big Mike Plays. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for the support that you showed on episode number 1 of the AFK Lobby. You guys really showed out with all the comments, all the likes, the shares, and the sort of positive feedback that we got from you guys about what we were speaking about and the entertainment that we brought to you guys. So thank you once again for all the support you showed us. That's why we're here for episode number 2, really and truly. And when I say we, there's 3 other people that are here with us today, and I'd like to introduce you to every single one of them one by one. So firstly, we're going to go out and speak to the calmest Savage. Calm Savage, say hello.
Yeah. Hello, people.
That's what I'm trying to hear. Nice, short, sweet. Yeah. It is the calm Savage. And then we've got the next one. It is the truth. The truth will set you free.
We're back again. Episode 1 was fun. Episode 2 is going to be even better. Happy to be here.
Thank you very much, True. Appreciate that. And last but not least, no violence. It is Violet. Violet, say hello to the people.
Hello, Big Mike. Happy to be back. Very excited to dig into today's subjects.
Thank you very much, Violet. Yes, and speaking of digging into the topics, let's get on to that first topic of today. We're going to discuss a little bit more about the Nintendo Switch. I think last episode we were speaking a little bit more about the rumours that were coming around about the Nintendo Switch. There was nothing really confirmed, but since then we've had Nintendo Direct. We've seen quite a few things go on in the Nintendo space, seeing what's going on with the new hardware features, some of the stuff when it comes to the pricing, some things that are coming with it, upgrades to some of the software and the interface. And thankfully we had Violet, our resident Nintendo enthusiast it seems, be on job. So yeah, Violet, tell us what's going on.
So basically, the Switch Direct was a whole mess. Even the stream crashed at one point. The audio was desynced. It was kind of it was a mess to say the least. But on the topic of, we can start with pricing. Okay, so the price on release is going to be in Great British pounds, £395.99. It is coming out on June 5th. You can pre-order it. I believe it's this month in a few days' time on the 8th. But we can fact check that. You can't pre-order it unless you're invited, which is another crazy
Yikes.
situation. Yeah, so there's a whole bag of conditions. One of them being you have to have like quite a lot of play hours. They haven't specified, but I guess those people with hundred thousands of play hours of paid games as well, it can't be free games, will be prioritized, and they'll be given like an email notification to pre-order the Switch.
God damn.
And there's a bundle out as well for Mario Kart.
Sorry, just quickly. Nintendo seems to become a game or a sort of console that's not really for the families. Like, from what I've always seen anyway. Like,
Exactly.
I've always known them, to be the console that is family accessible, kind of family friendly. Well, now they're kind of moving with a bit of the same level of exclusivity that Microsoft and Sony have moved with over the years. And it just seems a little bit, it seems like it's a lot. It seems a bit too much, really.
So from what I can see, there's like 3 different bands of users who will be receiving the invite. Like the third, like lowest one, is people who are opted in to get news from Nintendo, and that has to be active on the day of the invite as well. So if you're like signed up for email notifications, I guess, for like new releases and stuff, I guess you could be emailed with the chance, to get it for your kid. But other than that, it doesn't look like it's possible for anyone completely new to the whole thing. But I get it. With the way that certain things have been released in the past, and like scalpers, for example, have just kind of like taken everything and put them back on the market at like high price. I get why they're doing it. There's a limited amount, but still, it's strict. It's super strict, and they don't even tell you. You need to have 2 years of continuous Switch online membership as well. So you have to be not only playing hundreds of hours on this paid game, but you have to have the online membership too for 2 years continuously.
The diehard fans.
Truly.
Are they releasing, how the PS5 and even the Xbox Series were releasing limited only released limited consoles. I don't know if they did it deliberately, and then people couldn't get their hands on it for a few years.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I think that was Hot Stock, if I remember correctly, that had the exclusive
Yeah, Hot Stock
stuff.
was their website, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, so Hotstock had like notifications that would get turned on, or you could turn on notifications for some of the exclusive, I want to say like items in gaming, like sort of graphic cards, various other things. And yeah, when the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and I think it was only really the Series X, I think the S was quite accessible, but it made that so like, yeah, so inaccessible that it was weird, but you could only really get it on these websites because people just bought them in bulk and were selling them off on like eBay for like twice the price or 2.5 times the price.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was what happened back then, and it seems like Nintendo are kind of trying to recreate that exclusivity to justify maybe the pricing that they've put on it.
I've always thought of the Switch as like a family device, like you get it and the whole family can just like play it, plus it on the family members. And now that you have to pre-order it, and most people cannot even meet the conditions, it's just so long.
It was like a party, almost like a party console, you know?
Yeah, like a party device.
Yeah. Friends hanging out or family. But on that note as well, you know how I mentioned like you have to have the Switch Online membership too? So there's this bundle deal where you can have it for your family, right? I think you can get like 4 players on it, including yourself, for the online membership. They don't all count as being eligible for the pre-order email. It's only the one person who bought it.
Just the one main account.
Whatever families out there saving money with all their kids, they only get the one email. It might even be like one friend in a whole friend group. And I wonder as well, they've not mentioned how many you're allowed to order once you get this pre-order. I wonder if it is just
one
the one.
only.
Surely.
You'll be grateful.
Well, if they're trying to avoid scalpers, surely it must be.
Yeah, they must be trying to combat scalpers, but like still, I mean, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, and I might be completely off base here when it comes to like the way that the Nintendo community thinks and like maybe just like modern desires for like games and stuff and FOMO, but like would you really even be encouraged to pre-order at the moment? Like am I wrong in saying that? Like am I wrong in saying that maybe seeing all these conditions where you've had to have hundreds of thousands of hours of paid gaming and all that sort of stuff, like would you feel like you're valued enough to be able to pre-order? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I can get people can feel like that, and it's not even just that. It's the price as well. Like it is so 400 quid. I understand, but it's like this small handheld device, and I get that they've boosted it and it has all this new FPS situation. But I was looking into it and I was looking at the price to get like there's a bundle coming out for pre-order with the new Mario Kart. If you were to get that and then get like, for example, the Switch Online membership, the new one with the expansion with the additional games, and then if you want to play, obviously you need that to play online with your friends, and then if you want the camera for their new chat system, which looks very much like Discord, you'd be coughing up 515 quid for all of that, just for the sake of playing one game with the new features. You need all of that stuff for the camera, the membership, everything. Like it's a bit much.
It's long. I might have to crime for a Switch now, you know? No, but seriously, how have they even arrived at these prices? Like, who's told them this is what the market will willingly pay?
It's too much. But to be fair, the bundle, it comes with Mario Kart, yeah, but Mario Kart itself, if you were to buy it, it's 75 quid for the physical copy.
Are they skunked? Man, what? Are they not supposed to be for the people?
I thought they were.
Man, for real though, like... How have they arrived at this price, and why do they think this is what the market will do?
Really,
like, honestly,
I don't know where they've gotten 75 quid from. I really don't understand.
Trust.
Hopefully it's just for Mario Kart and not the rest, like the standard games.
So like Donkey Kong's going to be near those pricing as well.
Yeah, maybe. I hope all the basic ones aren't the same. Like surely 75 is just a lot.
That's exactly why we've got to start boycotting games, really. Like we actually just have to start boycotting them in the sake of the pricing, because if we actually all work together, they can't stop us. They actually can't stop us. Like, really? This is why, shout out to Cosmic, he was just like, we just got to stand together and boycott like GTA, for example. That's the big one. We've got to boycott GTA.
I don't know if that's possible.
No, for real though, why charge £100?
It takes so much to make games nowadays.
That is true, but I mean, how much are they making, or how much is it taking to make the games for them to think that they can charge £100 for GTA? Like, really and truly, they're making record profits, right? Like, they have to be. And in making those record profits, surely so it's accessible for more people to buy the game, which in turn will get more sales and more revenue. Don't charge £100. Like, come on.
But they know that plenty of people are buying that no matter what. They know.
Trust.
They know. They could list it for £200.
Trust. Yeah, I can't lie. I'd buy
I
it.
don't know, you're talking crazy numbers. I don't know about.
For
You buy it in the
sure.
streets.
Yeah, man. Look,
sure,
I'm
people are
part of the
gonna buy it.
problem, really and truly. Like, I'm taking a week off work to play GTA. Like, genuinely, I am.
Taking a week off work.
Facts, man. Facts.
All I can think about is if there is like a lot of physical copies sold. Imagine if there's no restriction like for the Switch, if all the scalpers just get it, and they'll be reselling it for even more high. Like, I can't imagine paying like 200 quid for a video game, let alone 100. That's like 2 weekly shops for me. That's crazy.
Well, food or Switch.
Half a month gone.
So there seems to be like a lot of things that we seem to think could be improved with the Switch. It seems like there's quite a lot of downside to it, but I mean, there must be some positives, surely. There must be. I mean, is there anything, Violet?
So what I thought was actually a positive thing was the backwards compatibility. People were talking about it even before the Switch Direct and saying, they're doing it so that you can play all these old games on the new one, so it's not like they're going to be redundant. That was a positive point. And when I actually watched the Direct, they've told us that we have to buy a DLC in order to play the old game on the new Switch. And now I don't know how to feel. I did try to look into pricings for it. So maybe it's just like a £5, which is fair enough, but it seems as though it's basically like buying like half a game.
That's still egregious, because it's like, I own the game, so why am I paying to play that game again, kind of thing? I don't even know.
I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if I'll be going for that one, Chief.
It's bad because on Xbox they released backwards compatible games. I can't remember what year they started doing it, but Xbox One backwards compatible with Xbox 360, and most of them were free. The ones that weren't free, you would buy them because you didn't own them. So it's not like you're paying for the privilege, you're just buying a game you don't own.
Right.
But then
that sounds normal.
Yeah. But then now if you have a Game Pass subscription, you get to play obviously a lot of new games that are being released onto Game Pass, but then a lot of backwards compatible games are accessible for free.
And that's the way it should be, I think. I mean, why buy the game over and over again? Like, you've really bought it once, and yeah, I know it depends obviously if there's like new features to the game, or like there's additional missions. I get it, like buy the add-on and stuff, but like if you're just literally paying for backwards compatibility, which is just simply the ability to play the game on a newer gen console, but it's the exact same game, you shouldn't be charged again for that. It should just be something that you're able to do, or else, like, what's the point in buying the game in the first place? Like, what is actually the point? You are just buying the game twice, or whatever it may be, and depending on how many people you've got the game for, and if you're a parent and say you've got kids who've got 2 consoles, so you buy a game for each of them, you are actually just buying the game 2, 3, 4 times. Like,
you're buying it twice, yeah.
Exactly, you're buying it twice, and it's just like, it's just dumb. It's just so dumb. But at the same time, the other negatives are also contributing to this. It's not just about the backwards compatibility. I mean, I've heard that it's cheaper in Japan for whatever reason. That's pretty cool. But
it is completely language locked. Yeah.
Oh no.
Wow.
Better get on Duolingo and start learning Japanese for that Switch.
Not sponsored.
Not yet anyway. Shout out Duolingo. Nah, but for real, please, Vi. Do we have one solid positive?
Yeah, no, I'm having a look at my little spreadsheet here, and you mentioned, bringing up the positives, but to be fair, it seems like every new positive has a really harsh negative. So
oh no,
it was an interesting direct to watch, to say the least.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. But going from the negatives of the Switch to the negatives in recent patching updates in the gaming community, I've seen quite a few bits and moments of feedback on socials where games are coming out with patches as they normally do, or updates for the game that are routine title updates, and the reviews have been less than pleasant, should we say. And I think the biggest one that I've seen has been with Tekken 8, the Season 2 patch, which was highly anticipated a year or so after the game initially released, and was met with quite a lot of vitriol and harsh words for the developers. So I think I'll hand it over to True. True, talk to us about it.
Start off with the worst one. Okay, so
No.
as an overview, Tekken 8 was released to be a little bit more beginner friendly. The marketing was insane. Like, I remember seeing Tekken 8 banners on the sides of buses, which I'd never seen before. Great game at its core, but was developed in a way that increased offensive capabilities. They wanted it to be a bit more of an aggressive style of play. Fair enough, because Tekken 7, especially at the pro level, was a little bit too patient, a little bit too like poke and move. So they wanted to make it a little bit more exciting. Season 1 had its flaws, but they released a couple of patches. And looking back, actually, it wasn't that bad for everything we complained about in season 1. With a couple of balancing updates, it could have been great. But season 2, they released it on the 1st of April, and a lot of people was basically saying like this has to be an April Fool's joke. That's how bad it was. The Tekken Talk promised to make defense more viable by doing things like buffing sidesteps, reducing chip damage, which is basically when you block an attack, you take a little bit of recoverable health damage, and they wanted to reduce that, among other things. And then what actually released was probably the worst update I've ever seen in gaming history. It got review bombed into the ground. I think now 10% of all reviews are negative, and overwhelmingly negative. I think hopefully Mike can put up a screenshot around this time.
So what do you think happened to like cause that? So did they eventually like patch all the things that they said they were going to do and then everything else went wrong, or like?
They basically promised to buff defense and completely and absurdly buffed offense alongside it. So when you scale it together, it's like, what's the point buffing defense if you've then buffed offense again? So a few examples, you've got every character has a few new moves. In a game where you've got quite a big cast already. You've got about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 20 to 25 characters with an average of 100 moves each. To now give people more moves, and no character needed new moves, to be honest. Maybe a few at best, but you've got like new homing mids. Everyone is now like stance based, with strong mix ups. So a lot of people are saying it's like a casino, defense isn't viable because you're constantly guessing what your opponent's going to do. And don't get me wrong, part of the enjoyment of playing Tekken was sort of learning, trying to adapt. But it just feels like they've taken away all the skill expression. You can just mindlessly mash.
Everyone's just mashing their face against the buttons.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
And there's almost no character individuality anymore. Virtually every character operates the same. They just look different. So it's extremely frustrating. They announced they're going to release an emergency patch this month, but I personally won't be playing the game until they revert the game back to virtually the season 1 state
Boycott
before this
again.
update. Yeah, I'm personally
We
boycotting.
boycott.
Yeah.
As a beginner, myself, kind of, I guess. I've been playing Tekken since the last year of Tekken 7 and started from Tekken 8 online as well. So Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 online. Uh, I had all the mashing slapped out of me. Thank you very much, True. And yeah, it was something that I wasn't happy about because, yeah, with the new patch, it seems like if people string together 3, 4 moves, maybe, they really can just get 40, 50, 60, 70 damage, which is monumental when it comes to Tekken gameplay and swinging around in your favor or swinging a game in your favor. And people just spamming things like, I'm getting angry at beginners. Like, I'm getting angry at beginners. Like, do you know how bad that is? And I just think that, yeah, maybe they're trying to make the game a bit more accessible for beginners. Maybe they're trying to make it more quote unquote fun, and not as chess matchy and as like patience kind of influence. But there has to be a sort of point where there's a yield there. Like, honestly, it cannot continue to be like this. And I hope that they do release this emergency patch.
Yeah, at least they know they missed the mark.
Yeah, but the
Let's see
weird
how long
thing
it
is,
takes them to fix it, though. That's what
yeah,
counts.
the weird thing is in this situation, some of the dev team, I won't say names, have been blocking like major content creators on
Oh,
like
no.
X and stuff for voicing their opinions. And you know, we don't know who is like directly sponsored by Bandai Namco. We do know who kind of stands out in the community for being like a major content creator. But yeah, the devs, and alongside that, you know, it's they promised one thing and delivered something completely different. So it's like, do we really trust them to fix this issue?
Yeah, interesting to see if they do fix it in time. But I mean, it's all well and good us criticizing it, but I'll go to you, True. What do you actually want to see in season 2?
Season 2 completely stripped characters of their individual identities. It needs to go back to that,
The
where
full revert.
yeah, where
Take back
they
the patch.
feel different. Yeah. It's like it's almost like, why should I play Brian when I could play Lars? But then why would I play Lars when I could play Zafina? You know, they're so you could play anyone you want. Like there's no point playing a character that's harder to play now when there's so many characters that are easy.
So there's no more skill diff.
Yeah, virtually none.
Yeah, no skill difference, man. Really?
Yeah.
Ah, man, that's annoying as well because you want to really you really want to just like be able to get into the game and like get rewarded for what you're doing and for trying to improve. But it seems like they're kind of really going like proper new ones and like friendly, I guess. But kind of pivoting away from that, there's some other sort of areas to take a look at, and there's other updates that have come through. For a game that's been really positively received. What's been going on with the Monster Hunter update? That's received quite a lot of attention. What's happening?
So basically, I didn't know about the update coming out, and Calm told me. So that was great. So we set that up to stream, and it was going wonderful. You know, the new monsters were cool.
Right.
There was stuff to do again, which was great. And then Calm says to me in the middle of fighting this big boss,
Zoshio.
the Zoshia, thank you, that apparently I left the link party, which is like basically like I've disconnected from the environment or something, or like from the quest. All seemed fine, and then when we eventually fought it after failing twice, and we got it down. We did get it down in the end. You know, we actually
Eventually.
paid attention.
2 hours.
We paid attention. We got the pods going. Yeah, we killed it. Was it actually 2 hours? Because that's
It was nearly 2 hours of fighting that guy.
Jesus Christ. We got it down, and then when it went into the loading screen, my game crashed on stream.
Oh no!
And I couldn't get it open again because I got stuck in a crash report loop.
Oh no!
And when I went to check the reviews, there was a massive flux of negativity, and the game went from positive on Steam to mixed reviews within like a couple of hours. So that was insane. And I think I relaunched the game like 7 times to try and like get it back up to continue the stream. It wasn't having it.
Just wasn't playable.
Yeah, I couldn't get in. I've let the crash report finish. I've pressed close. I pressed the X button. I tried to restart it. Nothing worked. And in the end, I launched my PC the next morning and it opened fine, but there was no explanation. And now I'm scared to play it in case I get backtracked. If I'm mid game now and something happens, I'm scared I'm gonna lose my save. Like, I don't want to touch it at all. And there's not actually been a patch. Nothing has actually come out. It just let me launch the game. That was it. They've not said anything.
No comment from the devs.
No comment. So much.
Yeah, the reviews are getting more and more negative. Yeah.
We can spam some up on the screen now, but like people are like, it's not just me that's stuck in this crash report loop. People are saying that it's the new boss of the game, and
a bunch of things are causing it.
Yeah, you were looking into it, trying to help me get the stream back up in it, and there was just like so many reasons.
There any particular? Oh, so there wasn't any particular like part of the game.
I don't think I did anything wrong. I think it was just
a particular boss that was causing it.
It might have been that Zoshia, to be fair.
I saw people saying when they blocked it crashed, when they were trying to heal it crashed, just anything.
Anything to do with that damn thing. Something's wrong with the code,
during
surely.
The fight.
Calm, what have you got for me on Monster?
Well, from playing on console, I'm not like a PC gamer like Vi over here. So on console, it's been working fine for me. I've had no real issues, so I'm blessed over here.
I wonder if that's the same for everyone playing on Xbox.
On PlayStation 5, there was issues as well, but for Xbox right now, it's okay.
Xbox is safe for now.
Yeah. Master race right there.
I might go get one. I'm not giving a lie anymore, especially with the new updates that they're going to be releasing. They're going to add Steam to it and all this stuff.
It's harder to run the game as well.
Damn, man. Vi out here fighting for her life while people on Xbox are living calm.
Yeah, I'm over here fighting on PC, fighting origami monsters.
And for your life.
I can't load anything. Even when I'm not streaming it, it doesn't really load.
Yeah, it could be a number of things. Something else that I've kind of looked at and considered a little bit as well with regards to the issues with servers and patches, or sort of patches in general, is actually the server, I should say. So just the idea that there's a new patch coming up on the game and like everyone now wants to get onto it. And then the server itself just can't handle it. Because, yeah, I think a lot of the sort of the developers are fixing things in game and bugs and whatever it may be, but not really anticipating and understanding the level or the degree to which the gamers and the people who are fans of the game are going to want to actually kind of play it and get onto it. Like,
just like, yeah, servers breaking, the influx.
True. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Good one.
We were in a private lobby though, but I think still. Still the servers can struggle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if the servers are struggling, like, and it's causing an issue for everyone, obviously there's, I mean, I don't know, do we absolve them of the blame for that? Can they foresee the server struggling? Should they be testing that? I think they probably test things in like some sort of degree, but that doesn't really relate to everyone else that's using the game and playing the game. Victim of success, really.
It's too good for its own.
Yeah.
Good.
Huh?
It's too good for its own good.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
it wants to play the game too much.
Bingo. People want to play.
Truly suffering.
Truly suffering indeed. But there are other games having patch updates. I feel like this episode has just been about how patch updates have been awful and what's been going on. But there's some crazy stuff that's been going on in the life sim game category of InZoi. Seems like something has been going on there. Vi, could you enlighten us a little bit?
Yes, it was actually Calm who told me about it. I had no idea. Do you want to bring it up?
So
Tell the guys.
basically, I was browsing on TikTok as you do sometimes, and I saw a lot of videos of people trying to run over little kids. They're hoping the smallest of children were in danger.
What?
It's the Sims community, I'm telling you.
There are menaces out here.
No, for real though. How graphic was this?
It was getting bad. Real
GTA
bad.
style, they're getting into a car and just smacking into people, and apparently it's just all children.
Oh no!
But they've patched it. They've patched it out. They patched it out a few days ago now.
They didn't want that behavior on their game.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the age rating actually for InZoi? I don't know.
That's a good question. Can I Google it? Let's see.
Yeah, actually,
I mean,
because
it's just a sim. Like if you're young, you're not going to be thinking about going out and running into people.
surely it would be like a 12 or a 16 maybe because
It's
of
got a
some of the things you
teen
could do.
rating. I think it's a 12. Depends where you are.
That
In
PG-13.
Yeah. EU it's 12 plus.
Mm.
At least they
But
patched it.
do you know what's gonna happen
It's
though?
nonsense, yeah.
Mods are gonna come out and mods are gonna revert that back because in Skyrim, I won't say too much, but anyone
Oh,
that's
no.
played Skyrim probably knows what mods can allow you to do with in regards to attacking
Bullying the
normally
civilians, yeah.
unattackable people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not involved.
I won't
I
say
don't know
too
about
much.
this, but it sounds
Get us
wild. I'm gonna look
cancelled.
into it after this. Yeah, so they patched it out. So now when you do run into a child, it's just like a block. Like you don't crash the car.
The
or
child is not made
anything.
of steel.
Force field.
Yeah, but
It's
like
a
the
super
car doesn't
child.
get the car doesn't get crumpled or
How
anything.
did they find out they could do this?
But I was looking into it right before we started recording, and I discovered that players have found a new way to
They got
be
around the
evil.
patch.
Well,
Oh, a different
they
way.
found so apparently players are now kidnapping babies and children. from
Why?
schools.
Why?
People can't be trusted.
Yeah, so some people are like going up to a school and like taking children out, which is
Wow.
crazy. I
What
don't
is
even
the
know if I want to be
internet
talking about
even?
this. And they're like, I don't even know what's going on. It's free will, I guess, but like people are like inviting themselves over to friends' houses, taking their child and like taking them home. But
Oh
I don't know. This
my.
article says it's okay because when the child ages up or it goes to school the next day, they go back to their house afterwards. So it's okay.
Why?
But like, I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know who. Yeah, I don't know who these people are. I don't think this is the Sims community doing this. I get, Sims people will like people in the basement and like make them paint or set them on fire if they don't. But the whole thing with the kids, this I feel like this is a different community coming out from the
Must
shadows.
protect the kids.
Can you throw children over the fence by any chance?
You're gonna
Unrelated
get
reasons.
cancelled.
I'll launch the game tonight and look into that for you.
I myself have never done that.
In the past 24 hours at least.
Wait, well, ever. Come on
At
now.
all.
Mm.
I mean, I've felt like throwing people over fences before.
Right.
Empty threat.
Yeah, empty.
Mike was a peaceful
Yeah,
guy.
peaceful, empty threats and all that sort of stuff. So can you like actually see this happening on like TikTok and stuff? Like, where are these videos of people kidnapping youths and stuff?
Yeah, there's many clips.
We will get that for you.
There will be someone's
Good lord indeed.
You might have to censor that though if you're putting that.
I mean, isn't the
Well, apparently it makes the child go flying when you hit them with the car.
But they're
that's what's
fine, right?
happening. So I think they're fine.
yeah, dust themselves off?
As
I
far as
haven't
know-
actually
yeah, you know-
seen any.
Kids in real life, will fall from about 20 foot, like bounce off a couple rocks and then get off, like, dust their
wash it
knees off
right, yep.
and start running around again.
Absolute crackheads. They have like zero concept of their own mortality.
Your own safety, yeah.
Mhm. It's only when they see their parents start worrying, then the kid starts crying. Like you could just make a noise somewhere, like let's say you clap next to their ear, and then go, oh, "Baby, are you okay?" Then the baby will start crying because they think it hurts.
Yeah, the kind of reaction to the act really gives them like some sort of indication, because if you don't react, they'll actually just be quiet. Like, but if you go, oh, then like they start to make noises. But yeah, they just don't know really.
They don't know how to react.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet. They have to like mimic the parents. So a lot of parents will just look away and like try to hold their laughter in, which is crazy. But yeah, they know the kid's fine. They have to look away and not chuckle, because as soon as they see some kind of reaction, that's it. You're done. The whole afternoon is gone.
Literally, you have to charge the entire afternoon. Like, you're literally just there like, oh, okay, cool. Now the baby's got to feel pain, and this side of their body, that side of their body, anything that can happen could be pain now. It's like, yeah, charge the whole afternoon. Parenting's difficult, man. Like, truly.
They're trying their
Like,
best.
yeah, for real. Like, it's difficult. You see, someone like me, my kids will fight me. Like,
Right,
no, but on the real,
right.
like, they'll fight me to, like, they'll fight me to prove their strength. and like how they're gonna survive in as well. Because like really, what the ras is that? Like, what am I seeing in the? You lot, go look at the chat right now. Look at the picture that's in the chat.
It's
It's a
creepy.
villain.
It's kind
What
of
is happening?
Oh no, that looks creepy.
Well, don't say it looks creepy because that might be like someone might have made that
Okay,
based on themselves.
Fine. It looks sinister. Yeah,
Definitely very
The
sinister.
intentions,
eyes.
yeah,
It's the eyes.
exactly.
yeah, very sinister indeed. But the picture does look creepy.
The fact what's going on,
Yeah.
context.
The context.
Let
Yeah,
the
yeah.
viewers decide. They can decide. Show them the picture.
Yeah. We should do a caption competition.
A caption competition.
Yeah, a caption competition would actually be kind of fun. Yeah, guys, I mean, you've made it this far into the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, like specifically watching as well, seeing all the footage, take a look at the picture that's come up on the screen in this segment and give us a caption on what you would think would be your funniest, most sinister, whatever kind of vibe you want to go for, you can go for it. And yeah, let us know kind of what caption you would have on this picture. I've already got some ideas. I might have to throw them into the comments myself as well. But yeah, I mean, guys, it's been fun. I think how else would we really end on this? Is there anything else to say about the InZoi stuff?
Yeah.
No? Yeah. It seems like it's been good times, been fun vibes. I don't really know how to end this right now. Bomba seed, what the Ross was that? Who was that?
That's true.
Oh man, man's always making some madnesses, man. Always making noises. What was that even about? Oh, actually, to be fair, that reminds me. The new, I say new, it's our second episode, but new segment and our final segment of this episode today was looking at Game of the Week. And the Game of the Week this week, I believe, is going to be a game called Repo, actually. So, guys, you've been playing Repo. I think you played it. Two of you played it. What's going on?
I enjoy Reaper because it's just a fun game to play with your little group of friends. You know, you got a little community you hang out with. You can all just load up Reaper. It's pretty cheap, and you just have fun running away from monsters, hiding, trying to collect loot. I've been playing it a lot recently.
Yeah, it's similar to Lethal Company in that way. Yeah, you have this like higher up, like looking down on you, like waiting for you to like collect stuff for them, and you kind of have to. Thank you. The tax man, horrifying face. I hate him. You have to go around this busted up house or car. You know, there's loads of maps, castle, whatever, academy. You have to collect loot, but you have to be so careful because the game uses the physics of, you know, if you tap the item very slightly by accident, that's it. It's shattered. It's either reduced in value or it's completely shattered. So you have to collect all this stuff. The diamonds that I've broken, my soul hurts. I don't know why diamonds are so breakable. They're meant to be the hardest thing. But anyway.
Wow, so diamonds don't last forever.
No, not forever, no. Yeah, you just collect all the loot and then you take it back to these like points within the map, and you have to be careful because there's these creatures and there's like a blind man that shoots you if he hears you like take one step.
Do you have a target amount to take back?
Yeah. So once you find each point within the map, you have to you activate it and it tells you how much it wants from you, and then you have to go back around and like collect the loot. The mobs are an issue because they each do different things to you. You know, one of them you have to be quiet. One of them, if it sees you, you're pretty much dead. One of them attaches to your face and it makes you vomit, and then when you vomit on the items, it reduces their value because it's acid.
Very sound-based game.
Very, very sound-based. And your characters are so funny. Like
The little mouse. Yap.
Yeah, we always end up getting stuck like hiding together, and all I see is your big googly eyes, and I start laughing, and then you get shot, and it's just chaos. You have to try so hard not to get shot.
I saw some of you clips that hopefully should be playing in the background.
There were some shenanigans.
Me up. Yeah, the Scooby-Doo one. Yeah. And the thing
go for it. Show the Scooby-Doo clip. I don't mind. Just I wish that I wasn't muted during it because I was screaming for help and this guy was just watching me recording it for TikTok.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen though.
You gotta link it because the audio kills me. But the thing that's so funny is watching you play, and when you talk, your character's mouth like starts
Yeah.
flapping is great.
Very South Parkish.
The definition of yap. Meh, meh,
Yeah.
meh.
It's only £8.50 as well, and the cool thing is it's in early access, which means early
Oh,
access
you're
games
right. I
It's
forgot
only
that.
going to get better.
It's not
only
even
going to
like
get better. Yeah.
buggy. I mean, we
'Cause
do
it-
take advantage of one of the bugs, but the game itself is
Oh, right.
like, it's fine.
Yeah, because in early access, the devs will actively listen to the community to improve the game, which is always a win. And the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. 96% of 79,000 reviews are positive. That's incredible.
Yeah, it sounds like a solid game really, and the fact it's in early access means it's got unlimited potential to get even better. So yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Most
They've
people
made
enjoy it.
almost 20 million off that game, dollars by the way. But
Wow.
yeah,
Wow,
loads and loads of copies
sounds
sold.
like the type of game that you can get really invested in and spend a long time and has quite a bit of longevity. Like you don't really get bored easily when playing it. Like I mean, is that really the case? You lose time?
If I launch that game, I lose 4 or 5 hours of my day.
Instantly
Wow.
gone.
Damn, just like that.
You need to have nothing else to do.
Jesus. So is there like a levels game? Can you save stuff, stop, whatever?
Yeah, you can save and stop, but to be fair, it's quite addictive, so you don't. But I think you can go up to level 10. I think we've made it to 10, but then we died.
Yeah,
So
then it gets aggressive.
extremely aggressive.
So can you play the game on your own? Does it have to be with like a party? Can you play with randoms? Like what's the kind of crack there? Like what do you need? Can someone just pick up and play really? Or
Those people just like hanging out with friends, and it's definitely better when you're playing with multiple people.
Basically, if you enjoyed Lethal Company, you're gonna enjoy this too.
Are we
And
playing
as
later?
a Phasmophobia player, I quite like it in that sense as well, because you got to be careful. You have to like look around.
I love
You're
games
almost
like that.
investigating for like doors opening.
sounds very intuitive. Guys, any last thoughts, final thoughts about Repo or anything from the episode today?
I'm just curious to know who's going to go for the Switch, and if so, are you getting the bundle and the camera and all this, all this
Yeah,
extra
let
stuff?
us know. Let us know if you plan to get the Switch, what your thoughts are. That'll be interesting to hear what other people think.
Yeah, that will be interesting for me to see as well, and for all of us to be able to see in the comments. Like, if you are going to really go for the Switch, what bundle would you actually get, and how much would you really be paying or willing to pay for it?
Good luck trying to get one.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. And I'm so eager to hear if anybody has any opinions on this Tekken 8 situation. Whether you're a new player who just started playing for Tekken 8, or if you're a long-time Tekken player, I'm curious to hear.
No, truly, vent your frustrations in our comments. Go for it.
Yeah.
We're
Or
here
if
to
you
listen.
enjoy it. Yeah. Or if you enjoy it and why.
Yeah, why would you enjoy it? That's
Why?
a great question.
Yeah. Why?
What's up with there? What's going on?
Yeah, what's up with that? But guys, thank you very much once again for tuning in with us and rocking with us to the end of this episode. This is episode number 2. We really have enjoyed doing this with you guys and kind of brainstorming ideas together for this. And yeah, it's just been fun to talk about a few of the topics today. Patches being crazy glitches and things that need to be fixed in games that make people not so criminal, and just a love of the new game and discovering a new game. So yeah, I don't really want to just kind of end it off here in my normal way that I do on my channel, but guys, how do I end it now? That's nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been fun to do this.
Thank you for the views.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone who watches.
Yes, sir. Next time,
Thank you,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you very much. Blessings.